Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Han Solo and TaunTaun from the Playskool Star Wars Galactic Heroes line. I've wanted this set ever since I saw it was announced, just because, I don't know, TaunTauns are a lot of fun to me. I think that's really cool. And I love the look of Han here in his Hoth getup. I think they did a really great job with that. So, standard open packaging here for these Playskool figures. Coming around to the back, it says, Han Solo braves the frozen plains of Hoth on his trusty TaunTaun mount. So that's true, that's what he does. So kind of a barren landscape in the background there that they use for a lot of these different figures, but not really anything going on the bottom. Kind of shows you how to push down on the TaunTaun. So you push down like this and he bends forward. So there you have that. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of this packaging so we can take a closer look. So here we have Han and his TaunTaun out of the packaging. And I have to say, they both look great. The paint, the sculpting on the TaunTaun, really nice job. I guess we'll start with him. Especially the head. I mean, look at the eyes. Painted beautifully. The horns are nicely sculpted and painted. The face is nice. The hands can move a little bit like this. The legs can't really move all that much because of the gimmick. What you do is you just kind of press down on the whole body. And I'll move his hands out of the way. And he just kind of goes forward with the head like that. I don't know, to me it's an alright feature, but I don't know why we need it, to be honest. I don't remember the TaunTaun, like, doing that a whole lot in the movie. Just my opinion. But you can see he has a strap here for Han to hold on to. He's got this little pack back here. The harness is nicely painted. His toes, his nails are nicely painted. It's a great looking TaunTaun. They did a great job with that. Moving on to the Han figure, he looks great too. He's got the hood and the goggles like we see in the movie. Head can move from side to side. Standard shoulder articulation. You have a wrist swivel at the gloves. His harness and everything is really nicely detailed and painted. You have his gun holster, the gun in his hand. Bends at the waist. Everything about the individual figures look great. They're both painted, detailed perfectly. They have nice articulation. The only problem is when you try to put them together, because these figures are not really meant to bend all that much. And I mean, you can bend it a little bit, but I'm wary to do that just because I don't want to break anything. But you can see how this is molded. Okay, so obviously this is supposed to be the legs go on either side, but because of, one, the pack that's right here, two, how wide the legs are, and then the arms are right in the way, when you try to put this figure on, even if you do stretch out the legs, which make me nervous, like, this is about as far as you can get, which isn't really at all, because, okay, so you have the backpack in the way of the feet from this angle. You could have easily shifted that back a little bit to be in this area. Then, if you can clear the backpack, which is hard enough to do, you have the foot trying to clear the arm here, while having the giant of the haunch of the leg in the way. So, like, this is about as much as you can do. And it looks a little ridiculous to have him that close to the creature's neck. So, plus, like I said, it's really stretching out the legs, which makes me nervous. So, I love them both individually. It's just him riding it doesn't really work. I almost would have rather they just had a way for you to sit him on here like this. I mean, he actually almost bounces that way. It's a shame, because if you take a look at the picture, I'm going to bring the packaging back in for a minute. You can see how far down they have the foot completely clearing the arm, and the haunch is no problem. There is no way to make this figure do that, because this figure's legs do not spread wide enough, and it's just not going to clear. There's too many obstacles on this TaunTaun. You have the backpack, the leg, and the arm. Try to get this foot, like, in here and down like that. It's virtually impossible. I mean, even if I had, like, without having to worry about breaking the figure. I mean, if the legs could do what the arms could do, then you'd have no problem. And if they could have put a joint like that in just this one figure, because he's meant to work with this TaunTaun, then you could lift him out, put him down, and then close him back in. That would have been perfect. But unfortunately, they just really, it doesn't work. This figure can't really ride the TaunTaun. And to me, that's some bad engineering. I don't know why they couldn't have done something, whether they just, oh, I mean, even if you would have just moved this back to the edge of the harness here, or the saddle, that would have helped a lot. Because half the time you're coming in here, you're basically right on top of this backpack. It's not helping you at all. So if they could have just moved that back a little bit, plus maybe just widened this space a little bit, or set the leg back a little bit, I don't know. Sometimes you can kind of click the leg back, and it's not great, and it kind of makes the TaunTaun stand a little taller, and it kind of breaks the head function. But even that, it's still like really impossible to get these feet. I'm not even going to try it. It's pretty much impossible. And that really is a shame, because I really love the look of the TaunTaun. I think they did a great job, sculpture, detail, paint-wise. He looks fantastic. Again, I love the figure as well. Separately, they're great. But it's really difficult to get this figure onto the TaunTaun. This is about the extent of what you can do. And you really have to widen those legs. Like, I certainly wouldn't leave it posed like this. But to try to get it down around here, there's just no way. Because you can see, he's barely clearing this. He's about to run into the leg. It's just really a shame. It's really a shame. Because I was really excited for this, to have him ride the TaunTaun, but nah, not really so much. Like I said, you're better off just kind of having him grab onto the harness and just kind of sit weird like this. It looks ridiculous, but it's kind of funny at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is something they could have easily prepared for and done something, and they just really didn't figure it out. I don't know. I don't know whose fault it was, but it's really a shame. If you just want the two figures because they look great together, then by all means, go ahead and pick up the set. Because individually, like I said, they look good. They just really do not work together at all, which is a shame. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, if you think I'm crazy, if you had this set and you've had better success. I even went online and tried to watch a couple other videos to see other people, and it seems like they all have the exact same problem. It's almost impossible to get the legs down around the TaunTaun. And I don't know, when you're engineering a toy whose sole purpose is to be ridden by another figure, wouldn't quality control test that? Like, how did it get this far without anyone realizing that the one figure can barely ride its mount? The whole point is to be a mount, and you can't really fit the other figure. I don't know. It's just, to me, it seems like quality control should have caught that somewhere. I won't harp on it anymore. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Han Solo and TaunTaun from the Playskool Star Wars Galactic Heroes line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.